Hey everybody, this is Julian down at Contender Bicycles in Salt Lake City, Utah. And today I'd like to talk to you about two of our favorite bikes here at the shop. On my right, I have the new Pinarello Dogma F8, and on my left, I have the new TIME Skylon Aktiv. Both of these bikes are at the top of their category, and it's kind of like comparing Ferrari and Lamborghini. I wouldn't say one is necessarily better than the other, but I think they have key characteristics that really separate them from everything else. Starting with how the frames are made, the Pinarello is made with a standard air bladder mold that is designed to be super seamless, super light, and super cost effective. They're able to produce these frames the same way they have been for a long time, and they've really been able to perfect it. The Dogma F8 frame and fork is considerably lighter than all the previous bikes they had, and it's lighter than the TIME frame. It's very asymmetric, and if you look at the bike from behind, you can see on the chain stays and seat stays how they're really asymmetric, really trying to save weight on one side while stiffening up the other, even going as far as to extend the seat stays on one side to help block air from hitting the brake arm. The new fork is also designed to be more aerodynamic than previous generations, and that's another up that it has on the TIME. The TIME frame is made with the RTM process, which is resin transfer molding, and essentially they take socks of carbon and lay them over wax mandrels and then cook them with resin, and they're able to make perfectly seamless tubes. It also should be known that TIME makes their own tubes of carbon in-house, so they're able to really tune the characteristics that they want all of their frames to have. Through both of these and through years and years of design, they're able to pick up the Skylon, which has a monocoque front end, which is all one piece, a monocoque chain stays, so both sides are one piece, and then different seat stays. This allows them to not only make things asymmetric, but tune them to be softer where they want it to be softer and stiffer where they want it to be stiffer. Over previous generations bikes, the new Skylon is considerably bigger in the front end, but by using different tube shaping, they're able to make it a little more aerodynamic than previous models and be considerably stiffer and more stable. With the active fork, as you've seen in our older videos, is something that really separates TIME bikes from everyone else, being able to dampen up to 30% of any road vibrations that you would feel in your hands. When it comes to aerodynamics, the Pinarello does kind of take the cake. They have a little bit of technology that they're able to borrow from Jaguar, and we're able to test in their wind tunnel for an extensive period. They have what they call flat back tubing, which allows them to still conform to UCI 3:1 ratio tubes, but still have very narrow and very sharp looking tubes. The Pinarello has a Think 2 system, which still allows it to run internal cables by having replaceable plugs. And now for 2016, they have plugs to block both ports for the shift cables, so you can run a wireless group set from SRAM. The TIME also has internal routing, but it has permanent holes for both mechanical and electronic. You have plugs that you are able to use, and it still looks very seamless, but it's just a little bit different styling. The Pinarello still uses a standard Italian threaded bottom bracket, which is great. There's no chance of it creaking, and it's very user-friendly. The TIME uses a BB386 and has a full carbon shell, which is a little bit wider than previous generations, which adds a little bit of stiffness without adding a lot of weight. If you have any questions about either of these bikes, feel free to contact us here at the shop. Make sure to like us on Instagram and Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and check back on our YouTube page for new content. Thanks for watching.